From reviews to rankings, The Big Picture is all things movies. From in-depth analysis of the latest flick to sit-down interviews with some of the biggest movie stars and filmmakers on the planet, Sean Fennessy and Amanda Dobbins have got you covered. Check out The Big Picture on Spotify or wherever you get your podcasts.
This episode is brought to you by Reese's Peanut Butter Cups. All right, it's official. I think I've discovered the ultimate coupling of all time. Like any good relationship, they really balance each other out. One is super sweet, and the other, well, they can be a little nutty sometimes. It is, of course, Reese's Peanut Butter Cups, the perfect combination of peanut butter and chocolate. So perfect, some would call it true love. Find Reese's now at a store near you. This episode is brought to you by Visible. Maybe you've already let your New Year's resolution slip. We all have, but you can still make a 2 year's resolution with Visible. Right now, you can get a one-line wireless plan from Visible for just $20 per month for 24 months. 24 months is basically 4 Bachelor seasons. That could be 4 engagements, 4 broken engagements. So many other couples we didn't see coming. It's really an eternity in Bachelor Nation. And that's unlimited 5G data powered by Verizon with no annual contracts. Switch now at Visible.com and use the code VISIBLE24. Don't miss out. Offer ends January 31st. New members only. Promotional rate with service on the Visible plan. For additional terms and network management practices, see Visible.com.
Katie, I loved every moment we had, from the pause to the puns to the end. And I know I didn't win your heart, but I walked out with 30 new friends. Katie, we're lucky you gave all of us half a chance. But the guys on this season have got me believing in bromance. Guys, sing it. The guys on this season have got me believing in bromance.
Welcome to Bachelor Party. I'm Juliet Litman. I'm joined today by my colleague, Amelia Wedemeyer. Hi, Amelia.
Hi, Juliet.
In the second half of this episode, we have got 2 bachelors in the city, Dustin Kendrick and Peter Weber. Can you believe it?
I can believe it, but also, is that the name of their podcast? I feel like that's a great name.
It is the name of their podcast.
Oh, okay. Oh, sorry. I just revealed that I don't listen to their podcast.
You don't? Well, it's not really about The Bachelor, I don't think.
Oh,
I mean, it is because they're from The Bachelor and they said they do talk about it, but I think they're trying to be
distance
male Sex in the City or something.
Oh, hot. Okay.
I guess. I don't know. It was interesting.
No, I love that.
They both have been on the podcast before, so it was like, oh, cool, they're returning.
Love that.
I'll just tease it. I asked Peter what he is asked about the most, and his answer, I had forgotten about the incident he refers to, so he brought it up. It was good. Give it a listen. I don't know. We'll get there. First, we got to talk about the Men Tell All, which is historically my least favorite episode of every season. Amelia, what do you think about them sucking us into watching by including a short 15-minute segment of actual show?
I thought that was real. Okay, well, here's the thing.
Not the first time. I think it happened last season.
No,
too.
I believe that. It's funny because I was talking to producer Dylan Berkey about this, and I was like, "So is Men Tell All next week?" When this was a week ago, and he was like, "Yeah," and I was like, "Okay, that's what I thought too." And then they lied. Or no, he said it wasn't next week, and I said, "Okay, that's what I thought too. I thought Hometowns was next week," and he was like, "Yeah, okay," and I was like, "Okay, cool." And then they lied. And they made it seem like it was going to be Hometowns. And then it was, psych, it's Men Tell All.
Something wacky must happen. So we know that Michael A. self-eliminates. So it's only going to be 3 hometowners. More on Michael A. to come, obviously.
Right.
And then I had heard production ended early. But this is wacky because it should have been Hometowns. And then the Men Tell All. And then Fantasy Suites. And then the finale. So something's got to happen. I don't know what it's going to be. But it seems like there's something up.
I know. I feel like Men Tell, I'm confusing the Men Tell All with the freaking Hometowns. I think it's okay, so clearly it was Men Tell All, and then we had Michael A. leave, and I think next week is going to be a combination of Hometowns / Fantasy Suites, because that's the 3 people we have left, and then the next episode is going to be like a finale extravaganza.
Yeah. And that makes sense because Paradise starts on August 16th. So we only have 2 more weeks of Katie season to go. Woo! We're all counting down Paradise. It'll be a welcome reprieve. You know, I have to say, people who are less invested in the Bachelor franchise and are not members of Bachelor Nation seem to be enjoying this season. Like, casually, anecdotally, I've heard from people be like, yeah, I like it. Katie's a cool bachelorette.
Sure.
Which I just find surprising because I am just not positive about it. Like, I'm just sort of like, I'm really ready to move on. They released Michelle's guys today, which I'll talk about on Thursday with Callie. They just like pictures.
Okay, I'm into that.
No bios yet. We don't go off the pictures because then we just be criticizing their looks, which I do a lot, but try to avoid doing so.
Whatever.
Obviously. But I thought that this season has felt like a slog for different reasons than Matt's season. And tonight's Men Tell All was kind of shocking. Like, we'll talk about Michael A., I promise. But like the packages they showed of like clips, highlights from the actual season were so long. And then they showed Caitlin's engagement.
Oh my God.
And it's like, okay, so it's not just me. Nothing happened. There's nothing to show.
Well, exactly. And the thing is, I've read, don't worry, I've read all your comments on how negative I am towards Katie. But here's the thing. And I've been trying to explain myself for the last, I don't know how many weeks, but I just
Amelia,
don't find...
just be you. No explanation necessary.
Well, I just don't find her that compelling. And also, I'm not going to lie, I'm not really enjoying when she's been on other people's podcasts. She doesn't know countries in Africa. And like, listen, I get having a brain fart, but I literally actually did this with my dad recently. I was like, can you name 4 countries in Africa? And my dad was able to do it. I was also able to do it.
I think I could do it. Can I try?
Yeah, do it.
South Africa, Sudan, Kenya, Nigeria. There we go. We got 4.
There you go. And it's just, and she made like a pathetic attempt at trying to apologize for it. And it's just like, okay, all right. And I'm not trying to judge her on that alone, but I haven't super enjoyed her. And I'm sorry, that's just my opinion. And
I haven't enjoyed her either. And I also, there's just something that's inauthentic feeling about the season. I keep ripping on Greg for just seeming like totally
He's
inauthentic.
an actor. He's an actor. He has an IMDb page.
I went on Peter and Dustin's pod. We did a home and home, so you can hear me there too if you're interested.
Yes.
And I was saying that one of the reasons why like Greg is not exciting, and I think these guys largely have not been exciting, because they just feel like people you can meet anywhere. Like I was, and the example I gave was like, I know that you're not as obsessed as I am, but when Tyler came along, it was just like, how is this a real person? It's like, how is this a person who was just out in the world until now? And it's similar with like, I feel similarly about like Ben Higgins, and like, I'm just trying to think of other people. I don't know. Like a lot of the people who become fan faves, you're sort of like, how are they not snatched up yet? But all of these guys, it just feels so regular. It's like, I didn't need The Bachelor to bring Greg and Blake into my life. And even Michael A. I want to talk about Michael A now.
Okay, I love Michael A. I'm sorry, but I love
Everyone
him.
loves Michael A. I don't not love Michael A, but I have questions about Michael A.
Okay.
So Michael A self-eliminates because his son feels unloved after he has this FaceTime with his son.
Sure.
Very sweet. Who do you think was going to come to be part of his hometown? Because who was quarantining just for Michael A to self-eliminate?
That's a great question. I'm wondering if his son was staying with his
in-laws, his son's grandparents.
Right. And then she was going to meet his parents. Maybe.
Maybe. Interesting.
I don't know.
Because I'm just sort of like, why now? Like,
I get that.
I don't know. And also, did he just not want to go and like have his family meet Katie because he's already been through so much? Like, I don't know. I just feel like Michael A is like unimpeachable. Like, you can't say anything bad about him. And it's like, well, he left because of his kid. But I don't know. The timing, knowing that your family's been quarantining is fishy to me.
It is a little fishy, but I really do think that his kid was with either his parents or his deceased wife's parents, and then they were going to meet his parents or his deceased wife's parents.
Right.
Well, it was probably going to be his parents, right? Exactly, yeah.
Or maybe he had no family coming, so he was like, whatever, I'll just leave.
Or maybe he has a sibling coming. I don't know. Or was going to have that. I don't know.
His glow up is also a little suspicious to me.
What? Okay. I don't know. You cannot taint him for me because I just love him so much. I think he's great.
It was a really protracted goodbye. Like, what did he like? And this has nothing to do with questioning him. I mean, I'm just saying, like, they were grasping to fill time this week. Is all I'm saying.
Oh my God, yeah, they were.
His like explanation of leaving to her was really long. I was just like, I felt like I was like, have I blacked out? Like, why is this still going on?
I know. And then he pulls out the watch from the first episode that I was like, it was a good move, but also was like, what the okay, I forgot about that. Like, cool.
I had forgotten about it too. I had forgotten about it big time. But that was a great move by him because Michael now has like a full circle story of
it's so and the whole
timepiece to
time
timepiece.
Exactly. I was like, oh my God, this guy's gonna be the goddamn Bachelor. Yes. Yeah.
Is he though? There's so many people.
Yes.
What if there's a great guy for Michelle season?
Oh, that's true. But I just feel like America loves Michael. America also loved Andrew, I think. And they also were on the way to love Justin, but both of them had pretty bad tweets come out recently. And Michael has not had, knock on wood, any bad things come out. So
also, give me one Justin fact. Tell me, other than him being a painter, give me one fact about Justin. Yeah, exactly. We don't know a fucking thing about him. That guy can't be the Bachelor.
No, of course. I mean, I just also I don't forgive his tweets, and I mean, it's not my place to forgive, but I just that's not cool, and I'm not okay with that. And bye. Sorry. Yeah, you made some fun faces, but that's about it.
Literally, we don't know anything about him. I'm like nervous for his hometown because I'm just like, this is not right. I'm like, this is not right. We should not be exploiting this man. We don't know anything about him. But
yeah,
Michael's goodbye was so lengthy, and then he got time in the hot seat on the men tell all.
I know.
I mean, obviously they're setting him up as a Bachelor contender.
I know we've been talking in one of our Bachelor Slacks, and I think Ben Lindbergh said that it would be great if Michael came on with his son and his son could be there, but not, I mean, he wouldn't be like, here's my son, but his son would be kept away until maybe like the final four or something like that.
That's what they do with Emily Maynard's daughter back in the day.
Yeah, that's cool.
With Jason Mesnick's son, Ty, the famous
Ty. The famous iconic Ty. Yeah.
Iconic Ty. Parent Bachelor works. I mean,
it does.
Two good seasons. Did you notice how choked up Hunter was getting over all the Michael A stuff? Did you catch that? I thought it was sweet. I'm just because he's gotten so much hate, I'm in on Hunter. Based on nothing, but I want to zag while everyone else is zigging. That's all I got.
No, and he changed up his hairstyle too, which is not like working for him. But
an Ebo 1995 like teen movie character now.
But I did think he's also a dad, which I appreciate, and also yes. I don't appreciate all the other guys making fun of his height.
Me neither. Why are they so mean to him?
I don't know,
that.
But it's just like.
Short guys get a bad rap on the show. They did that to Luke P.
That is like, that's the equivalent of saying like a woman is like has a big nose or something like that. Like you're ugly,
anyway.
You know? Like it's just, it's like a physical description that they can't, that's not their fault, you know?
And who can control it?
Yeah, and who cares? And it's just like, Brendan, literally, are you just trying to get more 15 minutes of fame because you had 2 words during this entire season?
2 words and a tube of chapstick.
And a tube of... Also, the people wanted you guys to know that apparently Brendan and Blake are friends.
They're on the same hockey team in Toronto.
Yeah, I got a lot of Instagram comments about that.
Me too. Yeah. We hear you. We hear you loud and clear.
Yeah.
I thought it was super strange that Thomas wasn't at the event, though they talked about him so much. And then he did Skype in for the end, but I was just like, what's even the point? I thought that was really weird. Also, I wouldn't have recognized him. He looked different to me.
He did look a little different, but also is he, I mean, he's obviously not going to be the Bachelor, but does that mean he's like quarantining for Paradise or what's going on here?
Interesting. I heard he went to Paradise. So
okay, hot. I mean, he's hot, so
he'll be on the beach. Justice for Thomas. I don't think he did anything wrong. He didn't do anything wrong. And the fact that all these guys like ended up apologizing to Katie and then being like, you showed me how to be a man. I was just like, was this a talking point that was supplied to them? Because in what way did they all learn how to be men? I thought it was super weird.
It is weird. And also, if you're not thinking you could be the next Bachelor going into this, like, you're either stupid or very naive.
What's wrong with doing research? I don't understand.
Exactly. Well, That too. And also, I've noticed that the way in which production and the editors cut this, it's as if they know or think that Bachelor Nation is very dumb, because when they had that girl who was like, yeah, Connor, I want to kiss. Like, okay, like that wasn't the most staged thing ever.
That was outrageous. I had forgotten that Connor was sent home for being a bad kisser. That's got to be one of the worst ways to go home. And then also go back to work with your 5th grade students that I could possibly imagine. They all know that you were sent home for being a bad kisser. I hope
about bullying. Yeah.
He goes to paradise too. So hopefully he finds love and someone he connects with.
Sure. I mean, I think he's annoying, but yeah.
Maybe it was Katie's fault. Do we know that he's a bad kisser? Maybe it's just they're not good at kissing together.
Well, there you go. And the girl who kissed him, who was like, Caitlin, can I stop you so I can like kiss him? She said it was great. So, you know.
The unfortunate part that, you know, I want to buy into all of this, obviously, as a Bachelor recapper. In COVID, you got to assume that there's been like a lot of screening of everyone, right? So even if it wasn't like explicitly set up, although obviously it was, it's like they know everyone's there. They're must do contact tracing. They must have proof of vaccination to attend, I'm assuming. So like there's no randomness in the COVID live event era.
Well, right. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. And it's just like, you know what? I bet you anything. They went to Greg's IMDb page, clicked on one of the short films, found her name, and was like, let's bring her in.
Let's bring her in. Maybe she'll be on the next season of The Bachelor if it doesn't work out with Connor.
I'm okay with
that. It'd be a great way to introduce her. They'd be like, remember her? It didn't work out with Connor, but maybe it could work out with her and Michael A. or whoever The Bachelor is.
I'm into that. Yeah, definitely.
What did you think about Jason and Caitlin's engagement?
Okay, I'm gonna be mean again. And here's the thing. I just like
with a heavy heart, I must be mean.
With a heavy heart, I'm gonna be a dick. I already knew that they were engaged, so it's like I don't care.
We all knew. Yeah, we all
knew. And here's the funny thing. I was like, wow, I was writing my little recap and I was like, this was 30 minutes too long. And then I went back and I selected the time codes. It was only 2 minutes, but it felt like 30 minutes.
It really did. And it's kind of funny. Like Caitlin and Tayshia have become like these kind of outsized characters now. Like they were, obviously they hosted this Men Tell All. They're hosting Michelle's season. They were in the bloopers a lot. Like we've gotten just like a lot of Caitlin and Tayshia. And I just don't think they're very good hosts. For some reason, them being the host takes me out of the experience. Whereas I feel like Chris Harrison felt like a character that only existed in Bachelor Nation. And as a result, it was sort of like an immersive experience. And weirdly, I feel like because we know so much about Caitlin and Tayshia and they've done press and they both have podcasts and like all this stuff, like it takes me out of the experience in a weird way.
No, I totally get that. And I was actually talking to Dylan about this too. And he was saying they were featured in the bloopers like 5 times. And it's just like, okay, what is this? Like another, like, let's propagate Tayshia and Caitlin hour. It just felt to me, it's like they're not super experienced with hosting, that is fine. And I'm not going to knock them on that because it's hard to host the Men Tell All. But like, you know what? Get Jimmy Kimmel to do it. I would enjoy that. Or
Kimmel would be good.
Right? And what they're doing with Bachelor in Paradise, where they're getting like David Spade and Titus Burgess. I'm into that. Yeah. Like, I'm into that. Like, get an actual comedian who knows how to host things to do it, you know?
I think they need a comedian too. Someone who's like genuinely a fan of the show, but also can like, have fun with it.
Totally. And again, it's not a knock against Caitlin and Tayshia. They're just trying things out, and I appreciate that. But they're very wooden. That's what I've realized. And, you know, they're trying to make whoa happen again. And I'm like, girls, no, please don't.
I never want to go back to that space.
Same. It just wasn't good. It just wasn't good. And I just didn't find Caitlin talking about Jason for the next however many minutes exciting. And it was just, oh my God, it was just a lot. And I was just like, I don't care. Sorry, I don't care.
Yeah. Pass on that.
Pass forever. Yeah.
I always hate the Men Tell All. Like, I just think it's totally useless. Like, nothing good has ever come out of it. It's just like reality TV has evolved beyond a point where like this kind of reality show or this kind of like reunion could work. What they need is Andy Cohen or someone who will do something like that.
I would see, yes, a seasoned host.
Someone who also will not like just do like surface bits, but like someone like, you know, like he did with the Kardashian, pilot in for the Kardashian reunion. Why can't he pilot in for the Men Tell All?
You know he's waiting eagerly by his speed dial. So Rob Mills, make it happen. I would love that.
Me too.
I would love that, honestly. And
Andy Cohen just hosts like all postmortems of all kinds.
I would love that.
After you have a party, have Andy Cohen on for a postmortem.
Oh my God. I would actually, that's a great idea.
Event of any kind.
Yes. I mean, I love watching Watch What Happens. I don't watch it that much anymore, but I really have enjoyed that. So, and I think he does such a good job. So it would be fun because this felt like a task.
Did your opinion of any of the men change after seeing this episode?
Well, I felt bad for Hunter because I really do think that, you know, I mean, yeah, he lied about that one thing, but I don't appreciate people calling other people out for like, you're short. It's like, okay, one, get a new joke because that one's old. And also, that's just like, it's mean. And like, you wouldn't say that to a woman. So like, don't say that to another dude, you know?
I feel like Carl kind of got a little justice. I honestly do. Because they made it clear that Carl was talking about Thomas, which they did not before.
Right.
But they made it clear that Carl was referencing him and he was right. So while I don't like Carl, I'm kind of happy for him because I just feel bad for all of the guys that were ganged up on. It's not fair.
Me too, because it really wasn't fair. And I'm glad that Carl is getting a second chance in Bachelor in Paradise.
Too.
You know?
Too.
I'm excited for him and his motivational ways, I guess.
I'm here for the Carl redemption story.
Me too. God damn it. Yeah, I'm actually very excited about Bachelor in Paradise. So
me too. I can't wait, except for the fact it's on 2 nights per week. That's a lot.
Ooh, that is a lot, but it's okay. Also, I know Michelle has started her season and she's maybe going to film around here. I'm still in Minnesota, so I'm going to try to hunt her down.
Nice.
Thanks.
Last thing before we get into Peter and Dustin. I really like how everyone on this show, like, we've now 2 weeks in a row, is like they like leave the door open for reconciliation, and then someone's like, I don't think so. So when Michael A was like, I'm open to reconciling with Katie, and she was like, I have moved forward with my love story, I was dying. It was like she pulled the Andrew S. I loved it.
That was really funny. And I enjoyed that. I know. I was like, okay, yeah, go off, girl. You're right. I love that.
Yeah.
Oh
seriously.
gosh. What do you think for Hometowns? You saw the teaser trailer for the Hometowns or whatever. Who do you think is going to make it into the final two?
It can't be Justin because we literally know nothing about him.
It's true. It's true.
There's just no way because he has no narrative whatsoever. So it's Blake and Greg.
Wow.
It's weird Blake and generic Greg. What a final two. It's pretty gruesome. It's not what I'd be looking for.
Who do you wish would be the final?
Of those two choices?
Yeah, of those two choices.
I'd rather go to Paradise. I don't know.
I would love that if Katie was like, nope, bye.
Honestly, I choose Blake over Greg. I just don't trust.
You have been anti-Greg since day one.
Greg
which
is a cheater
waiting
to happen. That's what I see.
He's got an IMDb page. Yeah, I get that. Okay. Well, we'll see, I guess.
We sure will. All right, let's get into Peter and Dustin. Thank you so much, Amelia. Check her out on No Rose Althorn on Bachelor Party social media handles and the Ringer YouTube page. This episode is brought to you by Visible. Maybe you've already let your New Year's resolution slip. We all have, but you can still make a 2 year's resolution with Visible. Right now, you can get a one-line wireless plan from Visible for just $20 per month for 24 months. 24 months is basically 4 Bachelor seasons. That could be 4 engagements, 4 broken engagements, so many other couples we didn't see coming. It's really an eternity in Bachelor Nation. And that's unlimited 5G data powered by Verizon with no annual contracts. Switch now at Visible.com and use the code VISIBLE24. Don't miss out. Offer ends January 31st. New members only. Promotional rate with service on the Visible plan. For additional terms and network management practices, see Visible.com. This episode is brought to you by eBay Authenticity Guarantee. eBay knows that when it comes to jewelry, authenticity is the real gem. When you see the blue check mark that says Authenticity Guarantee, It means your next piece will be carefully inspired by jewelry experts and will always be worth its weight in gold. Whether you're looking to make a statement or build the perfect everyday look, eBay is making sure you get the real deal. With eBay Authenticity Guarantee, you can trust that jaw-dropping piece will always arrive jaw-droppingly real. Ensure your next purchase is the real deal. Visit ebay.com for terms.
This episode is brought to you by State Farm. You might say all kinds of stuff when things go wrong, but these are the words you really need to remember. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. They've got options to fit your unique insurance needs, meaning you can talk to your agent to choose the coverage you need. Have coverage options to protect the things you value most. File a claim right on the State Farm mobile app and even reach a real person when you need to talk to someone. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Peter Weber and Dustin Kendrick. Hi, guys. Welcome.
What's up? Thank you for having us.
We're doing a home and home today. So you guys are on my pod and I'm on yours this week. Pretty exciting stuff. Also, I'm just going to be honest. I got to go second, which I feel like is a real advantage. We've already warmed up. We've already found a vibe. So we have a lot to build on here. I'm so excited.
This will be a good episode.
You're both returning your second time. I have just some general questions for you guys. So are you in the same apartment right now in separate rooms?
Yes, so this is our
recording
studio, our apartment,
Yep.
and we have to shoot. That came through.
Oh,
Is that a phone call or just music playing?
So I'm a big Top Gun fan.
Nice.
So,
I'm sorry. My roommate's embarrassing me right now. You have to excuse him.
So how's it going living together?
Horrible.
Terrible. This guy.
It's worst decision I ever made.
This guy.
How did you guys decide to live together?
I was heartbroken and I needed a best friend to come save the day. And he did.
I came and saved the day.
That's
It happened really fast. It happened really fast. Kind of scarily fast. Like, I can't believe I just upped and moved my life all because of this guy.
How do you like New York, Dustin, compared to Chicago?
I love New York. New York's a great time. Like, I never really saw myself living in New York. So I'm big on doing things for the first time. Like, if the opportunity comes, I'm like, why not? Like, we're not here forever. So if the opportunity comes, give it a shot. That's how I ended up on The Bachelorette. And I was like, you know what? Now look at us. And when Pete brought this opportunity,
we've been having the time of our lives though. In all honesty, we're having a good time.
New York is fun. I love Chicago though.
Great city.
I do see myself going back to Chicago to have a family someday. But right now, I'm just having a good time in New York and living it up and trying out all these new experiences.
It's a great time in New York right now. I think everyone who I've encountered who comes to visit, from wherever, is like, oh wow, it's very alive here. I just think people are happy to be out and about. So if you just walk down the street, it's very fun. Energy's
at an all-time high.
Yeah, for sure.
I can attest to that for sure.
So, and it's disgustingly hot today, but I think we'll all get through it.
Yes.
And so you guys also podcast together. How's that going? How do you enjoy that?
Oh, it's terrible. It's terrible. I have to work with this guy. I live with him. I work with him. Damn it. No, I'm joking.
Honestly, we've been having a good time. I never ever thought that. So I hear, Juliet, I know that you have this crazy obsession wanting to get on TV one day. And
that's not true.
She's been begging to get on TV. We're going to refer her because she's just been blowing us up about it.
I'm messing. No, but kind of coming to your world here with podcasting. I never thought I'd ever have a podcast. That just was never something that was on the top of my head, or brain. But Dustin, when he moved in here, brought the idea to me, and I was like, yeah, why not? Let's try it. Let's see how it goes. And so we started. We didn't want it to be too bachelory. Obviously, there's a lot of those. We didn't want to steal any of your thunder.
Not that it's saturated or anything, but yeah. You're the professional. We just
thanks. I try.
We're just trying to fake it till we make it. But no, it's been fun. Cool to kind of just talk about our life and our stories, crazy stories as they come and go, and I've been enjoying it.
Cool guest as yourself. A lot of cool other guests that don't relate to Bachelor Nation. We talked to a lot of people about dating, New York, whatever it may be. It's been really fun. Met some cool people. Super excited.
It is a good way to make friends. I've definitely parlayed guests into friends a few times. So, it's just a great way to expand your social life. I'm shameless. Yes. I'm like, let's all just go drink. As I did on your podcast.
Hey, we're going for a drink out in Brooklyn.
Yeah, we're going to. Peter, you're back to flying. Dustin, what do you do when you're not podcasting or living with Peter?
Yeah, I have a startup. It's called Guaranteed Karma. It's a volunteer platform where you could easily navigate where to volunteer. After you volunteer, you get incentives from local businesses. So
cool.
I'm trying to reward people to start volunteer more. So that's my full time. Yeah.
Nice. I think that's cool. Interesting.
Yeah, you have to come volunteer sometime. And actually one of the perks are that we get drinks, a free drink afterwards. So
there we go.
Let's do it. Let's do it big. Okay, I'm going to ask you guys more questions about yourselves as we go. But I'm curious what you guys think about this sort of like Survivor style ganging up on each other that happened a lot this season. Like when you were on the show, would that have happened? And like, what do you make of it?
I guess we did kind of gang up on
Luke
P. But I mean, I don't know. I don't think we ganged up on him. I think he just had it out for him. But I think it's kind of childish. I mean, I think guys, they just need to stay in there. They just need to do their thing and just stop with the drama. I don't know. What's your opinion?
Yeah. To me, I think it hurts the show. I'm so over it. That kind of drama has just been so overplayed, and like there's nothing really like new or exciting about it. I make comments like with Dustin, I'm like, okay, the couple guys, they weren't even known for. I couldn't tell you one conversation they actually had with Kate, like a meaningful conversation, but I could tell you like 3 conversations they had about another dude, and it's like. Yeah. What's the point at that point? Like, why? I don't know. In my mind, going through, like, I try to get, roped into a lot of stuff. I remember on Hannah's season. And, like, that wasn't my personality, but, like, just had no desire to, like, give into it. Like, it was, I mean, maybe, like, if you're not there truly for, like, to try to see if there's something, a spark with this person, go and be entertaining in some other way. But for me, I think it's overplayed. And I'm kind of over that storyline.
I'm super over it, too. And also, they played back a lot of like footage from the tell-all or from the season during the tell-all. And it was just like, it was really long of like just these guys just like going at it. And a lot of what we didn't see, and they showed like extra footage from various dates, was them like just like roasting each other, which was kind of more interesting than just like going to Katie to be like, this guy sucks. But I don't know. I'm just so not a fan of like all of the caddy fighting, both from men and women. It's kind of weird. I guess it's because they can't travel and the world is so weird. That's like what the show's devolved into. But I don't know. It was super weird. So have you guys enjoyed this season? I've
really enjoyed watching Andrew. Andrew S.
He's your guy.
That's my guy. That's Clay Harbor's
Clay's cousin.
Yeah.
But did you know Clay from the show, or did you know him from Chicago, or like how did you know Clay?
I met Clay a week before I was going on the show. And I was like, hey, man, I was told like you were on The Bachelorette. You have any advice for me? I'm going next week. And he kind of just laughed in my face. And after that, when I got back, we became good friends, always hanging out. Met his cousin. His cousin was always hanging out with us. He's just got great energy. Just a great guy, and he's been playing football overseas. And I recommended him to go on the show because he just got great energy. So
he really does. He really does.
He's just a great human being, and can't talk enough good stuff about him.
How's he doing now? Like, how's he feeling post show?
Post show, I called him a couple times. He's still overseas. He did come over for the Mentel, but now he went back, I believe. I will say he was really upset about the breakup. He was sad. He was like down for a while and kind of confused and whatnot.
He pulled a power move though. I liked it when she was like, "Yeah, stay," and he was like, "No, I don't want to." That was great.
Wasn't it like a movie though? Wasn't it like a movie? All of that.
That was some good TV.
Well, I don't know why he left the note if he wasn't going to stay. I think he's right for not staying because like his reasoning made sense and whatever. She sent him home. But I'm not sure what the point of the note was if he didn't mean it.
What did it say again?
It was like, if you change your mind, like, I'll be
actually,
here.
Yeah. But then he wasn't.
Well, she did change her mind. And he was like, actually, nah.
When you put it that way, that's actually really funny.
Well, I guess he changed his mind too. I don't know.
I think maybe he didn't intend for her to switch her mind that fast. It was more like, okay, go through the whole rest of this whole process. If it doesn't work out, maybe we can give it a shot down the line. But maybe that's where his head was at. And I think who knows how it ends, actually. Maybe they are together right now. Some crazy twist of fate.
I don't think so. We know they're not. She dresses on the Mentel. So.
Oh, okay.
Same with Michael, too. They're not together either. even though he self-eliminated essentially. But that's for the best. Who do you think would be a better Bachelor, Andrew S. or Michael A., the dad?
Ooh, that's a good one.
Both of those would be good options. But I feel like I'm on the Andrew train.
I'm on Andrew too, because I'm biased. But also I think Michael would be a great Bachelor. But I think once you have kids and you're in that kind of spotlight, I don't know.
It's hard.
I don't know, Pete. Could you imagine when you were the Bachelor and you had a kid at home and you just had to you would just have to give a lot of energy outside of being a parent. I feel like going through the whole process. Even after it's done filming, just like media and people always around you, I would kind of be a little worried for my.
I wouldn't.
Kid's
Yeah,
sake.
I wouldn't want that if I had someone else, like if I had a child that I was like caring for, and that type of. Yeah, I wouldn't want everything that comes with the show and then having to bring a kid through, because that's a lot. The show's the easy part. It's after that's tough.
What's the hardest part about after?
For being the league or just anybody on there?
I think being the lead, but I want to hear from you too, Justin. But Peter, you go first. Being the lead.
I would just say like the schedule is outrageous. You're constantly just, this way, interview after interview and press whatever. And some of it's fun, like it's cool. But for me, like I can only speak on mine. It was so damn hard to like have to put on a happy face. Because obviously no one could figure it out until the end there, and so like I'm putting on like I've known since essentially the show started airing in January, and so it was very tough to like have to put on a happy face, and then I just started like throwing people off like on purpose. I was like, all right, if I have to go through this, if this is hell as it is, like I'm just gonna start confusing people, and I'm not gonna let them get it. And yeah, it was a tough headspace to be in, but just because of how my season specifically ended, I think any normal lead, obviously just the schedule is very hectic and it's tough. And I was still balancing my job, so that was super tough to have to keep flying, and just a lot going on. Sure. Yeah.
And Dustin, what about for you? Like leaving Hannah's season, then like going back to regular life, was that weird?
It was weird. I think the hardest part was me having to turn down so many shots from like just random girls at the bar. Everybody wanted to buy you a drink. God, just a tough life.
So hard.
No, seriously.
How do you do it?
No, seriously, you would black out, honestly.
I'm sure. I am sure. What is that like? Like, do you
silly,
enjoy it or do you question everyone's intentions? Like, you're just like, are you just interested in me because I was on TV? Like, what is that like now for you guys dating?
I think sometimes you could like it. I think more so back in the day, it was fun. Like right afterwards, because you felt like a celebrity.
It's new. It's different.
Now, so I don't know necessarily if I like it. It's not like crazy for me, but Pete still gets recognized all the time, and I don't know. Sometimes people can just be annoying. I don't know.
Yeah, like you just want to like enjoy your time with your friends, and you're just being accosted by strangers.
Yeah, I think it's just you have some people that are, very kind and just want to say hi and, get on with their day. Then you have some people that are just really intrigued by everything and just right on you the whole time. And it just, I don't know.
It's back off.
It's because I do. I'm very appreciative and thankful for everything that me being on the show has gotten me with new opportunities and the people. But sometimes it's just a little much.
Yeah, I think what you just said, Dusty, I have no problem talking to people or, just hanging out with them, chatting or whatnot. But it comes to a point where it's like, okay, do you care about Peter or do you care about The Bachelor? Like which one is it specifically? I totally get in the beginning, maybe that's the reason we start, strike up a conversation. But if it becomes obvious that it's not about like getting to know Peter, then I'm like, all right, let's like cut this.
What's the main thing people ask you, Peter? Like what's like the main like gossip topic that like Bachelor fans harass you about?
Was it weird? I get that.
Was it weird?
Was it weird?
I still get asked about the windmill like consistently. Like and like it's weird by like a lot of men actually. And I wouldn't expect that. Like
they're like 4 times. How'd you do that? Like
they want to know your secret.
What supplements do you take? What are you doing?
I think I that shit's at the top of my head. I got asked that this past weekend. We were at this like rooftop bar. This dude comes up and I'm like, it's just, I wouldn't have thought it would still have been talking about this long.
It's so awkward. What do you say?
I don't even know what I say. Like, it's extremely awkward. It's uncomfortable. Like,
oh my God.
Your mind. I never thought that ever become a thing. Like, that wasn't me that ever disclosed that,
I'd forgotten about that until you brought it up. So thanks.
Shit. Well,
2 years ago.
What do you say, Peter?
No, I say that
I was ready.
I brought down the windmill. I don't know.
I was excited.
It was a lot of pent up. You know, Katie's season. They kind of dove into that. It's a weird.
Oh my God.
You know, for the guys, they're dating one girl. You know, they got one girl. Imagine the opposite. It's not easy. Like it's a lot of pent up stuff. So,
Ben Higgins came on the pod to talk to me and Callie about this a few weeks ago, and it was honestly disgusting hearing him talk about what goes on in the house. It was just he talked about how the showers got clogged and like they had to like have a talking to from like maintenance or something. It was so disgusting. I'm traumatized.
Oh, I don't think we clogged any showers. We kind of talked about that too after that one episode came out.
I thought that was weird. What was the point of that? Like just like have like make it sad. I just don't understand why everything had to be so sexual this season.
They're playing a little too hard into it. Like I totally see a little bit obviously with Katie, the vibrator, with Matt's intro. But it seems like it's a little too much. Whenever I see stuff though, like from the season that I'm just like, why are they doing that? I just think back to like, their hands are kind of tied. You know, they can only do so much. Like producers are trying to make it entertaining and give you something fun to watch. So who knows? Maybe they're just, trying new things and see what sticks, but a little overkill with that.
It really is. I mean, but also I guess the guys put into it too. Speaking of Andrew S., Callie explained this to me last week. I didn't get it, but that his like painting was also sexual for last week's show. And they had like to do the painting thing, the whole sushi thing. I didn't get that. I'm just like an old person, didn't understand.
How is sushi sexual?
Apparently it's like some oral sex thing. I don't know. It was like about like going down on her. I don't know. Yeah, see, you didn't get it either. I'm so glad.
Did not know that.
Am I that old? Are we?
I know. I was like, wow, I'm fucking
What are these
old.
kids doing these days?
I know.
Sushi in the windmill. That's weird. Right,
I also think that there was no sushi in the windmill. Thanks, Peter, for bringing that up again. See, maybe you like talking about it. It's probably. Do you prefer being asked about that or Kelly? Like, what would you rather be asked about when you're by a stranger?
Oh God. I don't know. Neither one of them I particularly enjoy like bringing up, but
sure.
I there's nothing I have bad to say about Kelly at all. Like I've only said great things because that's truly how I feel about her. So I will always support her and back her up no matter what.
Okay. That's a diplomatic answer. So I guess you prefer to talk about the windmill. You seemed less uncomfortable with that. So
no, it's just like the windmill is not the feeling. That's more removed. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Not to heal, but
also it's
I don't know
like,
what I'm saying. Next question.
It's literally sensational. Like it's like just a thing. It's outrageous to ask a stranger about their sex life. Like honestly outrageous. So it's just like so ridiculous.
Yeah, but for whatever reason, people feel comfortable doing it with me. So,
I guess.
What's your craziest sexual experience, Juliet? Huh?
I mean, that's not this podcast, man. Super
you guys can talk about me, but no one else. Okay, cool.
You brought it up. I told you I'd forgotten about it. You brought it up.
You're right. That is my bad. Anyways, we're gonna end this topic. Move on.
Dustin, what's the most awkward thing people ask you?
I don't know.
It's not awkward for you.
I don't get it. Yeah.
You're just happy to be out there in the world.
Yeah, I'm just happy to be out there. People don't really know too much about me from the show, so that could be a blessing.
I know. Are you pissed about that? Like, do you feel like you got like short shrift, or like, are you just happy with how it went?
I mean, yes and no. I guess I got a good edit, so better than bad edit is damn near no edit. But hey, I'll take it.
You know what? I feel like I'm more pissed than Dustin or whatnot. Like
on his behalf.
Yeah, it's just like I feel like. I mean, from the Bachelorette that season, they didn't get to know you at all. I would say
it's true. So it's similar to like what's happening with Justin. Like I don't know anything about him, but it's like sure, good at it.
Yeah, but I don't know. Maybe like a Paradise season or whatnot. People like truly get to know who you are. I think America's missing out. I'm just being real.
I'm done with Bachelor TV shows. I'm a one and done.
Would you go on another show? Would you like go on TV again?
I would do like something like the challenge, like challenges or something like that.
You can go on the challenge. They had Bachelor people on.
I would definitely do that. I wouldn't do anything with like love or anything like that. No.
Well, the challenge comes with some love sometimes. But Chase from JoJo's season, he went on the challenge, and like all these Survivor people are going on the challenge. Basically, anyone who's been on reality TV can go on the challenge now. So I think you should do it, Dustin. Seems like a great time.
And you get to win money too, right?
Yeah, you win money, and you get to go to like a cool place.
I would definitely do that.
Oh, badass.
Yeah. Are you a good athlete?
Used to be.
You have to train. The people who do well, they train for it. I don't know if you watch the show.
I haven't watched it in years, but.
Well, I've never missed a season, so whatever you need to know, I can train.
Tell you. I'm decent over here.
Dustin's showing off his muscles right now. No one can see. What about you, Peter? Would you go on TV again?
If I were to do like a show, I would love to do like The Amazing Race, just because the adventure aspects of it.
Who'd be your partner?
Who would? Honestly, Dustin, I think we could kill it together.
Nice.
Can you explain The Amazing Race? What's that about?
Oh my God, Dustin, were you raised like without television?
I was. No. What is it? I've never seen it.
They travel literally all around the world. It's like a race. It's a 2-partner team, and they're doing all these different quests, adventures, all that.
Oh, that sounds fun.
It's literally it's an amazing race that's in the name.
It's kind of like a treasure hunt, like travel show.
Let's do it. Sign us up.
It's kind of like Road Rules meets like treasure hunt.
Oh, Road Rules. That was a good show.
It was great. Yeah.
I would do that or Fear Factor. I've always, back from like the Joe Rogan days, I was like obsessed with that show.
I would never do Fear Factor.
So you'd eat gross stuff.
It's not a factor for you. Yeah, and you know what my tactic would be? I don't know why people don't do this. Like when you're going to film the show, just go burn your tongue literally 2 days, a day before that day of, if you make it to the second round, drink a hot coffee. You can't taste anything. So
you have really thought about this. Wow.
I would destroy Fear Factor.
Oh my God. Then you should also go on the challenge. They usually have a gross eating event. Sorry, Dustin. Just you should be prepared for that.
No, I could eat gross shit. I don't mind that. Yeah. The only thing I don't like is coconut. I can eat a bug.
I don't like coconut either. That's a very unpopular opinion.
Yeah.
Coconut. Everyone loves coconut. I do not like it at all.
I will gag. Like seriously. Oh.
Interesting. Yep. So no daiquiris for you.
Nope.
So didn't so many cakes? I don't like that either. Jeez.
Oh, and the little in the what is it? The shreds?
Yeah, like shredded coconut. It's gross.
Oh,
that's the best when you can chew on those.
Yeah.
Oh.
So do you guys still watch the show? Like, do you still enjoy watching it?
Yeah, we have Bachelor Mondays every single Monday.
Who else comes over to watch with you?
We got our crew. We got Gio. We got JD.
Yeah.
We have like our crew of like 4 best friends in the city.
Cool.
And actually, well, potentially in the future, maybe one of them joins Bachelor Nation and
maybe
has
2.
his shot at Loved. Yeah, we'll see.
Ooh, interesting. That's quite a tease. Okay. Very cool. We'll see. Are you looking forward to Michelle's season?
I am. I heard that they're actually doing a little bit of travel too, which would be sick.
They're going to Minnesota apparently. Starting in California.
Minnesota,
Yeah.
Minnesota.
No, she seems like an absolute sweetheart.
Seems she seems great.
I have a good feeling about her.
That's awesome. That's great. Well, guys, thank you so much for joining me on my podcast. It was great to catch up with both of you. Check for more Peter and Dustin. Check out Bachelors in the City. When did it come out?
We just switched it out to 2 weeks or 2 episodes a week. So Tuesdays and Thursdays, wherever you guys get podcasts. So do a little Bachelor recap on Tuesdays, and then Thursdays, a day in the life of us. The 2 of us.
Nice. I love the fact that you're in the same place right now and just talking from different rooms. It's really funny. Thank you so much for doing this, Peter. If I see you on the street, I won't ask you about your most ridiculous sexual encounter. Dustin, I won't ask you either. So
hey, I appreciate that.
You can ask me if you buy me a drink. You buy me a drink, we can talk all about it. Okay. I'll give you more and some.
Okay. I'll be back on Thursday as usual. Thanks so much.